Alrighty, good morning, good evening, and afternoon. Happy time zone. Probably keep the water on my desk. I probably should drink that. Anyways, hope everybody's having a good day. It is Thursday. My morning was a little rough. Apparently I don't know why, but everything was logged out of when I turned on my PC this morning, so I had to go through and log back into everything, and I don't know why. I don't know, maybe I deleted some cookies or whatever the things to remember it is. I wouldn't really say it's rough, it was just more annoying than anything. But yeah, and it's like the worst part is like it's gonna be a thing that I'm going to have to like log into like other accounts that I just didn't use this morning, right? You know? So it's like it's not even just gonna be a today problem, it's going to be like a next week problem where I just slowly have to log back into things that I was logged out of. Yeah. To be fair, I'm not logged into that many things though. Like by default. It's mainly just the things that I use every day, like Twitch, YouTube, Google Drive. Spotify wasn't logged out of though. But I think it was just web applications, which would make sense. I don't know. Some Firefox update, some cache refresh. I don't know what triggered it. But yeah. Potentially gonna sneeze. Wait. I don't think I'm gonna sneeze anymore. No, I'm not. Because I realized I was gonna sneeze. Of course, I'm just not gonna sneeze anymore. Oh, now my nose is stuffy. Why do I have hot legs? I would like to know what. There's got to be context. We should have a context bot, but it's funny to have the quotes without context. Waited for a sneeze. Well, I was gonna sneeze, but I didn't want to just sit there like, or like, I guess you guys would have been able to tell that I was about to sneeze, but I didn't want to sit there. But since I was aware of sneezing even before announcing it, it's like I knew I wasn't gonna end up sneezing. Alright. Let's run our Twitch ads. And play connections in the meantime. I don't even log in for the New York Times, so I guess I don't even care. Scissors, Goosebumps. Heathers, Either, Heat, Hers. Clothespin, Jaywalk, Seesaw, Dovetail, Chill, Crowbar, Aeroplane, Shiver, Speed, Litter, Tingle, Marsalsa, Sala, Loiter. The snipping action. Tingle. Goosebumps, Tingle, Chill, Shiver. I think that's just a freebie yellow. Scissors and clothespin kind of makes sense. Is it like as the clipping motion? speed, loiter, jaywalk, litter, common. Break the rules. Yeah, okay. I was trying to figure out the last one of these three, and then I saw speed. Mango, thank you for the 23 months. Many months. Almost 2 years. One more month until 2 years. See, now here becomes the issue, because I don't, like... This isn't just airplane, it's something else. I don't know what this is referring to, and I don't know what this is. Right, so I don't know 3 here. And then... Does a dovetail have like a snipping thing? I don't know why I feel like dovetail goes in this category and it's just like these 3. Of course, it's one away. I mean, I could basically brute force guess this at this point, but I need to know which one is not right of these. Clothespin, scissors, seesaw, dovetail. Hi, my baby. A little chilly out. I feel like dovetail would be the one that is least likely in this, and it's crowbar. And you have to pry something. Crowbar has the same motion as seesaw. First class levers. Yeah, okay. I mean, like, I was thinking same motion. It was the only one that would make sense. I have no idea what this is. Starting with candy bars. Arrow, dove, Mars. I know Mars. That is purple, stupid. Health. Or Heath. There's no L. What are we doing? What are we doing? You already took Brittany's, like, hairband this morning out on the balcony. Why are we acting like you're the victim right now? Oh, stupid purple. I like the other 3. Other 3 were fun. But hello again. Welcome in, gamers, Stardew Valley enjoyers, and just Twitch viewers and YouTube videos. A decent Thursday. It's Thursday, almost end of the week already. Almost the end of the first week of the new year. Wowee. Addicted to Stardew, thank you for the tier 1. We are indeed addicted to Stardew. Oh, no. My positive gaming controller came undone when I was moving my mouse cord. You need to be squished under the monitor. Mick Sam, thank you for the Prime for 2 months as well. It's greatly appreciated. I hope the New Year's have been treating both of you pretty well. Even though we're kind of only a weekend. And it's kind of been low-key a crazy week. Not really low-key, but I don't really want to go into details why it's lit, or why it's crazy. Because, yeah, people, we all know it's been a crazy start to the year. Oh, my baby. Okay. My pillows are low-key, like, kind of in a mess on my bed. And Hazel managed to find, like, a spot where she's just, like, in a fortress of pillows. And is now just, like... She's in the valley. sleepy. You must be comfy at all times. Kinda giving me the side eye because I keep looking at her. Surely if we bang her head against the wall enough times, we'll get the RNG that we want. One golden parsnip, please. Silver. That would have been funny if it was gold. Winning and a miss. Me when I don't left click. Oh, it's in the FAQ, but it's to determine when books show up in the traveling cart. And the spots themselves are handpicked to be good dates for the books that show up in the traveling cart. Are mostly good. Sometimes I'll complain about them because they're not always perfect. Because the routes change since I found these, and they're really hard to find in the time frame that I'm looking for nowadays. Some of the later book checks are not as good, and they were fine before. I believe that was the left spot. I might have to go and frame and look at that, but I believe it was the left spot. Did I just not notice it in my inventory right away? It looked like the left spot. One what? Well, to be fair, they're obviously on PC, so it wasn't an autocorrect. If that was an autocorrect, then that would be complete sauce. It was left, yeah. Okay, it was spot 2 then. But if you look at your keyboard, it's really easy to misclick C and X. and they clipped it, so I assumed that they're on PC. But if they were on mobile and then auto-corrected from sec to sex, no, I would say it shouldn't be autocorrect. You don't want that to be autocorrect. You absolutely do not want that to be autocorrect. I'm on my phone. Oh. Why did it autocorrect to sex then? Hmm? Hmm? A sec isn't a word and sex is. But I would assume sex would be one of the filtered words where it doesn't really let you, or it doesn't autocorrect to that unless if you type it a bunch. Is 19 hours okay for a first try perfection speedrun? That would be better than okay. You're like second. So I'm like, yeah, it's good. Whether or not we believe you without it being recorded is a different statement, but it would be a good time. Also, saying 19 hours without like context is different as well, because if you're saying 19 hours and then you open up this and you're basing your 19 hours off of opening up the save file and looking at the in-game time displayed on the pause menu, realistically your final time was probably closer to about 24 hours, because for most people you lose almost a full hour in menus, which does not count in that playtime on the save file. You'll easily lose an hour or two for most people. Yeah, no, the time menu is completely off. Because that won't count anytime you spend in chest menus, anytime you spend buying stuff from shops, anytime you spend opening up geodes, stuff like that is just not counted in that. If you ever reset a day, the day that you did doesn't count. So, I mean, it depends on what you did in the actual run. I mean, it's still impressive, don't get me wrong. Like, just being able to complete perfection in, like, a 24-hour time frame is better than 99.99% of players. But, yeah, that timing method is extremely unreliable. It's not bad. Green bean, cauliflower, potato. Yeah, I mean, it's just how it is. Most people don't understand that it's pretty bad at estimating time because they don't know how it works. And it's like a fair assumption. I wouldn't blame somebody for not knowing that. That's why I pointed it out. If you're using your time based off of that, then it's incorrect. If you're looking at it for a speed run timer, that's why there's a timer on the left-hand side of my screen, right? Because that timer is accurate, where the in-game time is not. But it's not like it's that bad to use if you're just like a casual player. It gives you a decent estimate for the most part. And then it also depends on your playstyle, because again, it doesn't count the time spent in the menu. So it's like, if you are a person who spends a lot of time or just goes like AFK in a menu, then it's like, you know, it doesn't make sense. You can't really tell how much time you actually lost. Or if you're somebody like me who doesn't really spend that much time in the menus, like, I only lose probably about an hour throughout the entire run. But that's just because my menus are, like, quick. Where there are people who literally just open up menus and then go eat dinner. And then come back. I mean, yeah, you should feel proud that you can even do perfection. But I'm just going on my normal route. Or, normal route. Normal rant about this topic, because it gives me something to talk about. And it educates people about the subject. Again, even still, 19 hours of in-game time, or of non-menuing time, is still better than 99.99% of the player base in terms of how fast can people do it. So, still extremely impressive. I'm just being picky about it because of who I am and what I run and whatnot. I look at the official Stardew Valley speedrun rules more than the unofficial. So in the context of the official, yeah, I made my point. I had a feeling today was bad luck. You're allowed to pause and resume it another day, but you have to play for at least 4 hours in a session to be able to take a break. But you can kind of pause whenever you want. The difference is you're not allowed to, or you have to go to the main menu to pause the game or pause the timer, and then you're you can take a break, right? I take those throughout the run to go to the bathroom and such, but it's I can't just pause the game right now, pause the timer, and say I'm taking a break. You have to get to a stopping point. I generally take a break about an hour in, just because it's a good stopping point. But this run, if it continues past the mines here, I'm definitely going to the bathroom after the mines, because I need to go to the bathroom, and I can't just pause it at this point, though. So hopefully it's a good mines. I wouldn't be surprised if the route is very much akin to the original 1.5 route, where it just makes it consistent, where you don't have to brute force books. Because the book route would only be a few hours slower, realistically, or the non-book route. But at the same time, you could be a little bit more optimal with some of the other days, due to the fact that you don't need to worry about just getting the RNG for the book. So it's I could brute force something I could reset for more efficient mines because I'm not going to be resetting as much, right? It's like I take like mediocre to like good mines. Like I even sometimes take bad mines, but it's like if it's an atrocious mine, I'll reset it. Where if I didn't have to reset books, I would probably like only take good mines. I wouldn't even take okays. And that's like the difference. It's just because I have to reset so much for books that there's no reason for me to not just take a atrocious mines and take like a 2 to 3 minute time loss for like free. Because it's like if I get the books, realistically, the 2 to 3 minutes later on just won't really matter. Yeah. It's a 30 to 45 minute time save for the fishing book alone. We should get a club on 20. Combat book is harder to estimate how much time it actually saves because it's very useful for the monster musk, while at the same time, like, you have early artful, so it makes all the monster eradication goals go faster. So it's very hard to actually estimate because you would get level 10 combat while just doing monster eradication goals. So it's based off of how much time it saves during monster eradication goals and how much time does the monster musk actually save. In terms of like just getting it yourself. This is a neutral day. That side for neutral, it's pretty good pace. And before you're about to say, oh, never mind, this doesn't look any good anymore. Even if this was a perfect luck day in terms of what it can roll, I would still get a monster floor that looks like this. Luck has no affection on monster spawns or monster floors. So. I should have dropped it on 15, but I'm stupid and forgot because I got the ladder immediately on 15 and just went. I don't use a playlist anymore. I just let Spotify recommendations play. I played the same playlist over and over again for so long that it knows my it knows what I want to listen to on stream. And now I can just like not have to use a playlist because it won't recommend anything that's not decent. Sometimes I get some weird ones, but it makes it so I don't actually have to manually add songs anymore because I think the playlist was only like 3 hours long, so it would repeat if I did a long stream. So now it just won't repeat, which is nice. I think I should wait for that guy to come back up or whatever. Oh, okay. The Infinity Hammer is just straight up the best weapon in the game, so yeah. The top 5 weapons in the game are literally Infinity Hammer, Dragon's Tooth Hammer, Dwarf Hammer, Galaxy Hammer. And then maybe Iridium or Infinity Blade. I wonder what the top 4 weapons all have in common. The only issue I have with putting the Infinity Blade as 5th is the fact that there's no reason to use it over any of the hammers I just listed, and most of them are infinitely easier to obtain, while at the same time it doesn't really have a niche like a dagger could. Like, there's a possibility that like a dagger should be 5th literally because it has the ability to have a niche use case, unlike the sword. And that's the issue with putting the Infinity Blade 5th instead of like the Iridium Needle, you know. I wasn't missing a ladder, we're just getting unlucky. Okay, I had a cherry bomb. $125, 33. I can just manage to get like 25 more copper. It won't be that bad. It won't be bad, but it won't be that bad. Diamond, there's no reason I need that. I mean, I guess I can pick it up since so. Okay, copper's actually going to be looking good. These last few floors have been very nice in resources. I guess I should drop the iron for it. It's not the end of the world. I don't really need the 80 gold per se, though. Would be the justification. I just noticed that there's a ladder here. 170 is pretty good. 175 probably end up around. Especially with how fast this pace is. It's only 9. Sucks that we had to go all the way until the 11th year. I don't want to waste a parsnip on this, so. Good morning, V. Yeah, it was a really good day 1. Again, it just sucks that I had to wait until the 11th to get a day that I was willing to go on. But for it being a neutral luck day, that was really good pace and really good copper. Like last run, or like yesterday's run, I needed to get what, like 75 copper ore. This run I needed to get 22. You know, like huge difference. I almost want to cherry bomb this. I don't think it's worth it, but. Please. I want magnet ring. I wouldn't complain about a lead rod, but magnet ring would be massive here. But I wouldn't complain about a lead rod. I definitely would have drastically preferred a magnet ring, but I said I wouldn't complain. I'm internally complaining. Yes, of course I am. Do you know how good this run would have been if I had a magnet ring right now? It's so annoying not having a magnet ring in this game. I hope CA fixes that for Haunted Chocolatier. I swear to God, if we have the same base magnetic effect in Haunted Chocolatier, I am going to lose my mind. I won't bother picking that up. I don't need the money. I have diamond. I need the coal, and there's a batwing down here, so I may as well. Dang it, that off. I didn't even start smelting the iron yet. First dive just keeps giving. What else could I pick up that I want to pick up here and not drop? I guess frozen tears. The thing that I'm missing in my inventory. I guess I'll need to get the iron bars from the furnace as well. It's at 50 or 45 if I really need to. Anything under 24 is really good. Saying that there's only like less than a handful of people who have done it in under 24 hours. Glitchless. Yeah, animation canceling was a left-in debug tool that basically allowed CA to test animations, and if one froze, he could just get out of it, so he didn't have to reset the whatever he was testing every single time. And you can say, oh, why are we allowing the use of a debug tool? Because it's fun, and because it's cool. That's what speedruns are at the end of the day. What's the point of speedrunning if we're not having a good time? And animation canceling just makes the run more fun, more entertaining. So why would we not allow it? And it's not like we don't have a separate category for the people who can't do it or have the opposite opinion, right? If you want to watch the game without animation canceling, go watch vanilla runners. You just might have a hard time finding them because there are very few people who like to run it that way. Because animation canceling is just fun. It's not necessarily hard to learn, it's more hard to master. It is a PC-only trick, though. You need the keyboard to be able to press the keys. So I have all the iron already. I need to get 3 copper, and then we need a bunch of coal still. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a bunch of games that, like, do similar things. Like, if there's a trick that's really annoying, cumbersome, and just, like, not fun to do, and it just ruins, like, the speedrun if it was, like, found later after the speedrun was already enjoyable, they'll just, like, make a separate category to, like, not allow it. And then guess what? A majority of the people run the category where it's not allowed because it's more fun. Like, it's good to have a category for both. And that's kind of what we have. Though for Stardew, it makes more sense because... Oh, it's storming out. That was a thunder strike. Hazel is looking at me wide-eyed like, what the hell was that? Just trying to nap. Lightning's getting in our way. I guess technically it's thunder and lightning. Thunder's the sound. Lightning's the actual strike. But it's just like it just ends up being whichever run is more fun, people tend to run. There's a well, I mean, we have a lot of runs for vanilla, but the reason we have a lot of runs for vanilla is because of the fact that there was a lot of years where animation canceling just wasn't utilized. So when the board shifted over, and glitchless became an independent, or vanilla became an independent category, all the runs that didn't use animation canceling were moved over to vanilla, so the boards look more full than they actually are. Modern vanilla runs are not done as often. They're still a thing, just not as often. How much more coal do I need? I need 29 plus 12 is 41. That's fine. It's also fine if you don't enjoy animation canceling. Hell, one of my new favorite challenge run YouTubers for Stardew Valley, Shark, it's like 4 numbers afterwards, I'll never remember them. He does an animation canceling, does these challenge runs on controller, right? But it's still interesting to watch, especially from my perspective, because it's like a completely different ball game for mid-max runs. Like, he's still getting, his most recent video, he completed the entire master room by the 28th without a seed and without animation canceling. Which is like, you know, cool. Obviously, animation canceling in a seed allows you to do it faster. I've done it faster, right? Like, I've gotten the complete master room finished on the 20th of spring, year 1. But that's because I had a seed and I was animation canceling. It's like, obviously mine's gonna be faster. But it's a different ball game. And it's just fun videos. And since it's highly edited, you don't really see the slowness of the pickaxe, so it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, if I had to watch him cut down every single tree individually, I'll lose my fucking mind. But I don't, so I don't have to lose my mind. Shark3143, yes, that's his name. He's been doing a lot of Stardew Challenge runs recently, which is fun. He's also the guy who called out GamerGar for cheating. Is also fun. we love drama in the Stardew community. I mean, that's normal for most people, so it doesn't really matter. Cheating. They used increased fishing odd rates on one of their money challenge run videos, where they made I don't know how much money they made in the first spring, but essentially the person did the math on how often they were catching legend fish, and it was absurdly high. Like, we're talking dream level of luck. Yeah, also they were getting more XP per fish than, or they were getting more XP per day than Blade when he was trying to catch the legend on spring 3rd, year 1. And Blade was using a seed to specifically give him crazy bubble spawns. To put it in perspective. And he was getting more XP per day than Blade did. Honestly, he probably just had a better gaming chair, let's be real. I don't like the thunder going on outside. It doesn't thunder here. It doesn't rain here normally. Why rain? Huh. I wonder if this was a good mind state or not. Chat, can you tell? Still gotta pee. I'll pee after. Oh, I never made the scarecrow. It's not my fault if the power goes out. I'll severely doubt my power goes out, but not my fault. Happened yesterday? I didn't get books. Actually, no. Yesterday I did get the books, right? My enchant was ninth enchant artful, which is just GG's. Did I only make 25?
GL on the run.
The T-Bow thing for 51 months. Scarecrow, remind me when I place the sprinklers. Still need a Scarecrow, that is true. Hazel, it's okay. She's got an up. She doesn't like the thunder, apparently. She was fine with the fireworks. Doesn't seem to be a big fan of the thunder going on right now. Is interesting. I don't think I missed the strawberry. Okay. I don't. It's okay. Oh, big yawn. we don't need to check a book date until fall 5th. There's nothing on the ground. I can go and I can exit the title and pee, right? Yeah. I don't think there's anything on the ground. Important enough. I gotta pee. I'll be back. Oh, I will get. Lay out the blows of better for. Fix cover that you have torn off. Add a little bit for ya. Tiny, covered in dog hair. Right, crooked. Blank. She's got it so rough. No. Roll. She doesn't even realize that there's a chance she might not get a walk. Because it's raining. I talked to the kids. Strategy we'll use later, but it's to basically get hearts with them when I complete the community center. Because if you don't know the NPCs, you don't get the hearts with them for completing the bulletin board. So I meet them then because it's the most convenient time. Same with Gus. Gus will be utilized in that way too. I've not rated my day yet. Do I want to rate yesterday meh because I still didn't get any work done? Even though yesterday honestly wasn't that bad. Wasn't good either, but I definitely did not oh man, I did definitely not. I didn't work on the YouTube video, or I didn't even try to fix my notification settings whatsoever. Oh man, hands up, caught. Crazy. ready. I don't need another harvest. Use a family thing? I don't have a family thing this weekend. Turns out I'm not going to the Michelle thing. Actually, I mean I am, but it's not gonna be during the day. We're going to the Cheesecake Factory that's like just down the block in the afternoon or in the evening. It's summer, but yeah. But I'm still not streaming this weekend because I want to watch the MCSR playoffs, which I've said multiple times. This book is kind of useless, but I'll read it for fun. If you get the trailer yet, I actually tuned into the stream of the guy making the trailer because I was curious. I wanted to see how somebody else made a video edited in Premiere, so I could somewhat learn. So I saw a bit of it. I didn't watch the full thing. Review speedrun Minecraft? Yeah, I played ranked for a bit. I've never done like an any percent run though, without like a filtered seed from ranked. I don't think I'll ever run like base any percent with the wall. It just does not look fun. No broccoli, artisan, no blueberry, but we need blueberry anyways. Well, fuck. It's not too bad. Yeah, I enjoyed ranked when I was playing it. I only stopped because I didn't want to I want to be a part of mid-offs and I didn't want to get too good to not be a part of it. Because I would still be playing it otherwise. When I start streaming, don't go into it thinking it's as a job and don't get disappointed that people don't watch right away. I streamed for 2 to 3 years before Stardew took off. And I would say I'm a lucky one. That said, there's like an actual like meta if you're like trying to like truly get into things, because realistically you just have to do something that's not saturated and do it well. like realistically, Stardew has become oversaturated at this point. So it's like if you're planning on just streaming Stardew, you'd have to do very specific Stardew Valley content that no one else is doing, and then make videos on that. But that's very hard because of the amount of people. And then even if you go to an unsaturated thing, there still needs to be like a viewership for it. So it's like you can't just go and make I mean, you probably could do Terraria. I'm trying to think of like an example. Like Core Keeper would be harder because Core Keeper doesn't have the huge population like Terraria has. So like doing challenge runs in Core Keeper just doesn't make sense. Unless if you're doing like the Shawnee Do route. The Shawnee Do route is probably arguably the best route that you can do. Is just doing I 100% this game and do a high quality video for it. But again, that's also saturated. But as long as you're doing games and you're entertaining enough, like people will still watch or get views. But at that point, it's less about streaming and more about just YouTube making, which is why Shawnee doesn't stream anymore. I mean, even if you speedrun Stardew, it's like saturated at this point because then you're competing with me essentially. It's like, I mean, there's other content creators who do speedrunning as their primary thing, or speedrun adjacent stuff as their primary thing, but it's like I'm obviously the exception in that regards, you know. It's one of those things. Yeah, then if you're really looking to grow, you have to stream in non-competing times. So basically, whenever like the most popular, or when the category is the quote-unquote most dead. You know, I gotta go out and sell because I can't just be lazy about this. So, which would be like, you know, more closer to the graveyard shift, or like really early in the morning before I start streaming, for example. Well, this sucks. I don't know if it started raining on the 15th because of the green rain or not. I kind of hope we don't get rain on the, or we get rain on the 23rd. That helps me narrow down my rain search. About Forger content. I think the game's mostly died. Apparently the developer is a piece of shit. Last thing I heard about Forger. Oh. Yeah, realistically, there's only a few ways to get popular. Again, this is like if you're looking to actually grow and be successful, by the way. Like, obviously, if you just want to stream for fun, stream for fun. And just do whatever you want, right? But growing is like a different thing. Yeah, then just stream for fun. Just don't have any expectations. Like, literally, if you go live in the Stardew category for your first stream without any prior setup and you're just streaming to stream, like, literally just don't expect anybody to join for, like, literally weeks. And that's just how it is. You gotta be entertaining without chat. I can get away with that because, first off, I have a chat that talks, and second off, my content is gameplay focused, so it's less about me talking and more about me playing game fast. Because there's a few ways of being a popular streamer. One, you have to be either extremely good at a game, like pro level, for like the more competitive games. For Stardew, I'm just a good speedrunner. Or you have to be extremely funny. The third option, which is a lot harder, is to actually come up with unique, innovating ideas that people want to watch that are just not being made right now. Essentially, do something that no one else has done and do it well. I don't know why I'm not just breaking those rocks. I have a pickaxe. And I am definitely of the first camp where I'm just extremely good at the game. At least for stream. Good about unique and funny ideas. Yeah, that's when you get the people who are extremely popular. There's also, well, there's also the other end of the spectrum where you're extremely funny, have unique ideas, but you're extremely ass at video games, aka the Ludwig experience. And that honestly works even better than being good at games, because then people want to rage bait and make fun of you. But it's much harder to get off the ground with that career path, or like that skill set. What, Doug? Yeah. Eggplant, no broccoli. Dye bundle, chef's bundle, winter star, home cooked, children's. That's actually pretty good one overall. I think that Doug is more of an example of that, though. I don't think Doug's actually that bad at video games, or at least he doesn't claim he's good at them. You know, that's the difference. Doug might not be the best gamer out there, but at least he doesn't claim to be the best gamer out there. XQC. I think the people who are that size are just exceptions to every rule. I think XQC is an exception. And people forget he was originally a pro Overwatch player. He is a He is very good at video games, contrary to popular belief. I need 100. I need 112 coal still. Yes, he was originally a pro Overwatch player. That's where his origins came from. There's a reason why his original username was XQCOW. OW stand for Overwatch. Yeah. So it's like, again, he's an absolute exception. I need 500. And again, people of that size are just all exceptions. Even Ludwig's closer to an exception. He was just a good example of being bad at the game, and I just wanted to make fun of him because he's really funny to watch be ass at Minecraft. Hyperchild, thank you for 61 months. But it's like Ludwig used to be a semi-pro melee player, right? Like, he's not awful at every game he plays. He'll say he's a pro Smash Bros player, but I don't think he ever went fully pro. He was good at a semi-pro level. Shit. I need gold quality corn. He's the 80th in his state and definitely the worst of his friends. Being semi-pro is pushing it. I was never into the Smash Bros scene, so I couldn't tell you that much detail, but from the sound of it, he's made it sound like he was pro, so I assumed he was at least semi-pro. I just enjoyed playing or speedrunning the game. I don't think there's anything wrong with continuing to play the game. Even if you've even if you have records. But yeah. Again, there's always exceptions to these rules, but for the most part, people come up from one of those few things. Again, like I came up from the perspective of I was the first person to really start playing Stardew Valley in like a competitive way, so I had first-person privilege, as well as I was generally considered the best and has basically won everything that I've done in Stardew, with very few exceptions. So. Humble, very. Stating facts. For the exceptions, the first two Stardew Valley Twitch Rivals events, the first one I wasn't allowed in because I was too good, and then the second one I came in second in because I was allowed in about less than 24 hours before the tournament, and the team that won I was prepping with the entire time. And our team still got second. Because I basically just ran the same route with the team that I was attached to at the very last second, and we were just worse than the team that I was prepping with the entire week beforehand. Which is no surprise at the time. My teammates were fantastic that event, by the way. And we were still getting on good pace. Even like I'll like the second Twitch Rivals was the most fun floor 120 race that there was out of all 3 Twitch rivals, because of the fact that even though like our team, we were running the same route, so it's like obviously we're competing for the same thing. And the one thing that I knew we could possibly have just like yoinked from them if we just got lucky enough would be the floor 120 rush of who gets to floor 120 first, right? And it's like, that's one where it's like I can somewhat single-handedly carry that given a good enough luck opportunity. And it was close. I think we were 5 floors off. Obviously, like the teammates still helped a lot during that. I'm not saying that they didn't, but hell, I think I even died. That's where the meme came from. I died at one point because there was a special slime that spawned right at the elevator of like 85, and I exited the floor 85 elevator and just got one tapped by it. It just instantly died. I mean, you died in the Mines Effort competition? Yeah, I died in Skull Caverns during the Stardew Valley Cup. That was a good one. But yeah. Second Twitch Rivals was fire, though. When's book check? The 5th. How does my notes even say I want this book to be? Fishing, apparently. Fishing has 70% odds. Farming's 30%. I could get Tiger Trout here, but I don't think. I can't afford it. I'll have to check if it's good. As long as it gives me a fishing book, it should be fine. As long as it gives me a fishing or a combat book, it should be fine. In a later year check. I don't need to worry about broccoli. Days are we checking in year 3? Fall 26, winter 19th. Fall 26, winter 19th. Foraging. Our fall check. Really. Winter 19th has very high chance of combat. With if I hit the combat, then there's a decent, or there's a 50-50 on whether or not I hit the other side of the coin. A little bit of a late combat, but fine. End of the world. So essentially we just need to get a fishing book and one of the spring checks. Which we actually have quite a few of. We got a spring book check on the 16th, which is a day we already want to go out on, of year 2, and then the 15th of year 3. Hopefully we just hit it on the 16th of year 2, because I would rather not have to go on the 16th for the second farming day. Like, what have I been doing this run? Like, I'm like, did I not plant a yam? Did I not buy a yam? Am I stupid? Did I just not harvest it? Like, I assume I just didn't buy it. Or didn't harvest it because I was focused on the other crops. Yeah, I bought it. So stupid. Literally really good gold split for the mines, and we're going to lose basically all the time. Because of 2 mistakes in fall here. Literally just lost a full minute to this. I should go went first to make sometimes easier to do. Yeah, 102. You don't pull this time. not where the other one is, and I don't really care. I can check the card on Winter 21st to know if I'll hit the combat book later or not. Yeah. We'll still be green because of how absurd our mines was, but it's like this run could have been so much better. I just wasn't ass. I don't know, it's on winter. I'm going to assume Hot Chocolatier comes out before 1.7, so doesn't really matter. I would assume he's going to continue working on Hot Chocolatier though, so And it's like, while yes, CA is technically working on 1.7, he now has a full-fledged, well, I mean, I guess he's had a team since 1.3, but he has a more dedicated team to updating Stardew compared to before. So he doesn't have to put as much time into Stardew Valley as he used to. Yeah, fun fact, because people don't seem to understand this. CA hasn't worked on this game, or hasn't worked on Stardew Valley by himself solo since 1.3, which, by the way, came out like 8 years ago. Why does the split not work twice in a row now? Game. Because of a bug. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Bum, bum, bum. 21st is the winter check. This is not. Nope, raccoons are not required in perfection. They give no crafting recipes. Books aren't required for perfection either, so. I have a lot of practice with the basic sprinklers. It's the main sprinkler type for speedrunning. We are gonna be so poor this run. Oh boy. 20 pumpkins? Normally I have like 30 to 40. I mean, I'm down like 5 yeah, I'm down quite a few. I'm down 5 gold. No, we didn't have good. Yeah, I'm just down. It's fine. No, the horse is completely worthless in speedruns. Perkins, thank you for the full year. Welcome to the official Sturgeon Squad and your emotes and Bunja. I do appreciate it. Hope your new year's going well.
Bonjour. 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 Bonjour.
Happy anniversary to me.
I just haven't messed with the badges in forever, and I'm pretty sure when I made the 2.5-year badge or the whatever, the fish wasn't even in the game yet. No. Realistically, I need to make more, but it's like most things, I'm very slow at doing things that I should be doing. But it's like I don't even know what else I would make it at this point, let's be real. Like, what's the next evolution? Iridium Scythe. Realistically, I should move away from using Stardew Valley assets because it's not really a good idea to use assets of Stardew Valley for a monetized thing here. Like channel point rewards, but I don't think CA will ever do anything about it, but it's still not a good thing. Always been an iffy line. I should check the card on the 21st. I check out on the 21st. We want it to be a farming book. It's the farming book. We're essentially 100% guaranteed. Combat with a decent chance of also getting the fishing if we need the backup. Rough the edges, but oh, I didn't need buying stuff though. The issue is I have Master Fish Bundle this run. So if I have to rely on getting the fishing book in year 3, winter of year 3, the issue with that is the fact that I want to be on Ginger Island in fall. So I did high roll a scorpion carp, but I kind of would need to either catch a blobfish, an octopus, or a lava eel. Which lava eel I can't do. So I'd have to catch basically an octopus with level like 3 fishing. Pray I get it from the traveling cart, otherwise not really. I could. I'm sorry, is it blobfish and not lava eel? Could technically do blobfish. Oh, I forgot. Whatever, it won't make a difference. I can only check the note when it's on the second one, so I'm waiting until I get another note so I don't have to remember. Yeah, well, flopfish is still really annoying to go out of the way for. Oh, the run's just dead. Yeah, okay. The run's just dead anyway, so it's fine. I lost a 70% chance right there. I mean, I guess technically it could have continued. There's just no reason to. Like, I would have had to gotten both of the books from the 2 spring checks on the weird days, which I don't think is possible. What's in chance? Second try artful. What cutters? Yeah, no, because I was. Wait, no, I don't know this date, right? Because I couldn't check it early. Yeah, I couldn't check. Because you have spring, yeah, you're looking at spring 16th year 2 and spring 15th year 3 would be the 2 dates that I was looking at to try to get it. And then these just don't, I can't do this, and then these are just gonna miss, so. Bane and Bobber. It's so depressing. We actually would have hit the books if we hit combat. If we hit the 70% chance, we would have hit the book in spring. Because I needed the Bane and Bobber on this check, or the check before. Unless if we got 1%ed. Mining monthly. Almanac now. Yeah. No combat quarterly. Makes sense, I guess. Notebook. Notebook, notebook, notebook. Alright. I want to do another run at this point, but I don't want to end stream because we are only 2 hours in. So let's do some content then. Let's do the content that I've been mentioning to do recently. So we have a free all right. Okay. Oh, well, there's an ad going, and I'll explain what we're doing, I guess, then. Okay. So what am I going to be doing at this point? So the content idea, we got to do a little bit of prep. The content idea is we are going to go to the tier list maker website. We're typing in Stardew Valley, and we're going to do a bunch of just random tier lists. But the twist, instead of just doing a boring tier list of everything, we're going to come up with ideas of what to order the things in order of. So, for example, I can do speedrun. You know, like what is S tier in speedruns, what is bad in speedrun. And then I could do casual, you know? What about looks? Like we can just keep going. We can just like list things. And they can be goofy, you know? Like they can be goofy. Mid-max is a good one. Like these are solid ones. We need some goofier ones. That would be interesting. Tasty. I like tasty. Might not make sense for some of them, but tasty would be a funny one. Usefulness. I feel like usefulness goes to like, it's like the speedrun versus casual debate. Most inaccurate. I like that one. Rage bait. Price in real world. That's a good one. Would it fit in a Hello Kitty game? Actually attainable IRL. Quality of life. Lucky. I don't know how lucky would work, but you know what? I'm just gonna take it. I'm only taking stuff from Twitch. What about YouTube? What is YouTube doing? Most annoying. I like that one. Don't worry, buddy. Add clip farm. Oh, clip farm. Pretty good. We probably won't go through all of these, by the way. I don't know how many we do. Smash or pass. I feel like... Do we really want that one? A million, 100 million without leaving the farm. I don't know how that one would work. What are we doing? We're gonna do tier lists, but what we're basing the tier list off of is whatever we roll on this list. And we're thinking of ideas. Legality. I like that one. Because my perfection run literally just died. And I don't want to start another one 2 hours in. So I've been talking about doing this content for a little bit, and I was waiting for a day where I had a literally like first or second run of the day take off. We get into we get almost into year 2, and then the run dies, and it's like a 2-hour stream, you know? Meme category. What about memeability? Memeability. I don't know if that's how you would spell it. Disney movie main character. Well, some of these I don't know how they will work, but you know what? That's something we figure out when we get there. Underdeveloped or underutilized. I like that one. That is somewhat Stardew related. Would put a medieval child into a coma. I mean, that's too good not to add. A boo rant topic. That's a good one. Best emote? That could work. We might have some good emote ones. How much could it affect the bond? What is this wheel? What did I miss? Our run just died, and I'm not going to bother changing the... I should change the title, but then I have to change it back for next stream. And how long am I going to be doing this for? You know? But then... okay, it was literally like 30 seconds. Perfection run died. Doing tier list content, but order is based on what based on what a wheel lands on. I don't want to fucking add space bars. There. Hazel would love it as a toy. I like that one. We must involve the baby girl somehow. My dog. Cooking ingredient. Okay, that would be real awkward to roll if it's a NPC tier list. But you know what? We'll add it because of the chance. Underrated by casual players. That one could work. That one's a little different than casual. Casual. Focused. Speedrun. Focused. Is it with a C or an S? How do you spell focused? I'm spelling that wrong, and I know I am. It has both a C in it. Ah, I spelled it right. Joja would love it. I like that. We probably have too many because I definitely don't. I'm not going to go through this many. WTF tier list. I kind of like that, but I want to add a few YouTube ones. Okay. I think that's good. Annoying does have two ends. Hot to cold. That's the last, second to last one. I'm also adding run killer. Speed run. Okay, last one. All right. We got our wheel. Good enough. We got enough to make it interesting, and I'll just remove them as they go. Hopefully they just get removed as I change it. All right. So now I gotta hit the record button. So again, what are we doing? We just made a gigantic list of categories to rate on tier lists that we're just going to randomly pick that are kind of just look interesting. So it's like we can go for something easy. I kind of wish some of these weren't or were more vanilla focused. Let's just go with characters. You know, this is a fun tier list. We got all the Stardew Valley characters just on a list. The pixels these love more than myself. Some of my favorites, pretty good. No strong feelings. Would not care if you were removed from the game. And die. You know, normal ranking system. And now we're gonna spin the wheel on what we rate them towards, you know? Instead of just like, you know, how much NPC I love or how much NPC I hate. You know, we spin a wheel. And we're gonna rage bait with our NPC tier list today. How would I want to rage bait? Well, first off, that's the easiest rage bait I think imaginable. I don't think there's any other oh wait, no, there's another choice. Never mind. I don't think I need to add anything else. Is there anything else I need to add? Oh, wait. Is Morris on this list? No. I don't know. I don't know anything else I realistically need to add here. Like, I mean, the easiest rage baits are literally just putting the most loved NPCs in die and the most hated NPCs, and I loved these. I mean, if I could just, I can rage bait everybody by just putting every NPC in die, because surely it's gonna hit somebody. Surely somebody loves these bachelors too much. But this is like a dumb tier list at this point. You know? Rage bait. If I truly want to rage bait, like, what are we doing? I guess if we're looking at it from a rage bait point of view, if I were to take a snapshot at the end of the tier list, how many people could I get on Reddit if I posted it to be, I have the worst Stardew Valley opinion possible? I guess would be the goal. Right? So if I can have the worst Stardew Valley opinion possible while making it somewhat believable, you know. I think Shane would be up there. I feel like Shane's not a very loved NPC too much. Maybe pretty good. Alex is my favorite, you know. Elliot, no strong attachments. Robin. Robin can go and die. People like Robin too much, you know. Gus could go here. Everybody likes the dwarf. People don't like Demetrius very much. I'll put him in S. I feel like Pam can go here. Wizard can go here. Willie's kind of like the neutral one, you know? Like, Willie's not hated, but I guess he's kind of love the sentiment. I'm gonna put the children up here. People don't really like the children. G-Paw. I'll put Evelyn in the middle. I don't know how I feel about Caroline and Jody. I don't know how people feel about Kent, but I'm gonna put Kent there. I feel like people like Leo, though. I'll put Leo in the middle. Sandy needs to go down here. I feel like this is too lopsided, though. I can't have this many NPCs down at the bottom. I can't have too many NPCs down here. It needs to be evened out. Somehow. I guess Lewis would be SS tier. You know? I feel like people like Caroline, but I'm kind of neutral on Caroline. I have too many people down here. I feel like Emily can go up. Kent can go up. Put Krobus in the back here, by the way. People might read it from Krobus is my absolute most hated NPC. I feel like this gets the message across, you know? Like, I feel like you could really shuffle around these two groups right here. I think you gotta keep a majority of these people in here. Maybe you could move Harvey up. I don't know how many Harvey fans we have. I know we have quite a few Harvey fans. But, like, I feel like if you took a snapshot of this list and posted it to Reddit, it would get locked. I think if you posted this tier list to Reddit and was unironically true about it, it might get locked. For what people might have to say about it. I think that's good enough for Rage Bait. All right, moving on. What do we want to do next? Stardew Valley drippiest boots. Why is it already like, can I like, okay. Apparently I did that already. I think I was messing with this at one point. Okay, remove Rage Bait. What are we rating the boots on? What are we rating the boots on today? This is awkward. Huh. Uh-huh. Well, surely the Leprechauns is a magical shoe and might taste decent. What would go best in the Stardew Valley soup? You know, what is appetizing here? I feel like these just have to go down here. These are just like old boots. You know what? The slime might be a little gelatinous. I feel like the slime boot could be up there. It's a little gelatinous. It could have some flavor. Crystal boot and ice boot is up there too because it can melt. You know? Spicy. Is the lava boot spicy? I'm gonna have to put sneaker down here as well. I also feel like I have to put tundra boot down here because imagine the hair. Because I assume this is like a patch of like, you know, fur or whatever. So this is like hairy. It's like, that's not good. I don't want that. Maybe put mermaid boot up here because maybe mermaids taste good. I don't know. This one's hard. Yeah, maybe lava boot adds some spice. The rest of the space boot, you know, maybe made out of something interesting to say the least. I don't know. It's from space. Dragon scale, same concept. Emily may have added something interesting to it. There's fiber in it. The fiber might be edible, right? Other than that, I think this is a fair tier list of cope. I think this is a fair cope tier list for what I had to work with here. I think this is a fair tier list for cooking ingredients. Maybe ice should just be 1. I feel like the crystal slippers, I mean, as long as it's ice, it looks like ice and not glass. I feel like adding glass shards to a dish is a way to kill somebody, but, you know, it could be worse. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have no more comments with this one. All right, what do we have here? Okay, I would do Stardew Valley OST, but there's literally 100 songs, and I'm not rating 100 things. Like, this one has less, but I don't really want to do that still. Winter outfits, this is a good one. Winter outfits. Now, the only issue is if I spin this and I get one of the speedrun or casual focused, or speedrunner, like, run killer, wouldn't make much sense. Come on, casual focus, casual focus. We get to go looks. This is the same as looks, in my opinion. This is a good roll. Very good roll. What do I think? Because these have no effect on speedrunning, so I can just do what I think looks the best, right? Like, we're looking at looks and not personalities. I actually really like the bow tie on Lewis. I really like this winter outfit. It really sells his look. Alex, I do like the hoodie. It fits him. I think it looks better than his default, honestly. I'll put another A. I don't think it's S. Elliot. Oh, I just think they all look good, though. Okay, no, I don't like Leo's. It's literally just a hood. I'm sorry. I'll at least give him C because I do like Linus. I just don't like. There's not much you could do with these. I'm just like looking at these. One's fine. Do I like the like jacket for Demetrius? It's fine. I think Penny's is a bit lacking. It's just like a different color. It's festive. Elliot's is good. I think it matches him. But Elliot, I don't know. It's gonna be so subjective. People are gonna hate me. I don't like this. It's literally just like a green sweater. Thunderstorm. not a huge fan of Gus's as well. Like, it's really easy to just do the sweater, but it's kind of just like, what's going on here? I say that, but I like Caroline's more. I like Caroline's sweater. I do like her default more, so I'll put her in B. I don't think it's awful. Sebastian. See, this looks like the winter outfit of a smoker. You know, like, this fits Sebastian so well. But I don't like smoking, so. But it fits. But I don't like smoking. But it fits. I'll give it B. Harvey. I just don't like the blue on him.
Poppy, look outside, it's hailing.
Oh, it's hailing?
It's so much hail. You see all those white Hazel's trying to eat it.
Hazel's trying to eat hail.
Yeah. Look, I got this video. It was like trying to eat it.
She wants the hail.
It was so crazy.
I might.
Come on, girlfriend. I know you want to eat that hail, don't
Apparently it's hailing. Just trying to fight the storm. No, she's licking the hail off of her bed outside. All right, where were we? I think I gotta like pick up the pace with this. It's like, okay, I honestly, this might be controversial. I'm gonna put Vincent in S. And the reason is, if you look at his in-game winter outfit, he looks like a chicken. Like let me load this up for you guys. Like, this S tier on Vincent is actually hilarious, and it needs the justification. Ignore the fact that this is a failed perfection run. We're gonna have to wait a little bit, all right? You gotta let it cook a few minutes. Like, the profile doesn't do it justice. Like, you gotta see the in-game. Go look at everybody while you're at it. Yeah, I could walk around town. Could have opened it up with Mappy, but oh, this is the wrong house. Time will pass as I continue doing rating. All right. Pam is like, I kind of like Pam. I don't really like Kent's. Does it deserve D tier? Nah, I'll put it in C. Shane is fitting, but it's not really fitting if you like if you finish the community center and Shane's like wearing this, it's kind of like it should change. Like it should just change. Like why is Shane still wearing the Joja outfit? I like Robin's. Honestly, Robin's might be S tier. It's just a winter lumberjack outfit. It fits so well. Another sweater. I'm just going to put it in C. I don't like the default sweaters. I think Jazz is pretty good. Emily has some thought behind it. Haley fits her. I like Willie's. It's solid. Marnie's is also pretty solid. I'm gonna move Clint down. I don't like Clint as much. Like, looking at the rest of these, still got a few more more in-game picks. Looking at the rest of these, I feel like I gotta see these in game to double check these. I don't like I'm looking at Abigail's and it's just like I don't know how much I like this. I gotta see Abigail's in game though. I gotta double check Abigail's in game. I feel like. Look at him. Look at him from behind. Does that not look like a brown chicken when he was walking up? Like, look. It's got the little red on the top. He looks like a chicken. It's so funny. Sam's got a beanie on. He's not gonna walk out of bed soon. I'm like looking at the behind from Jody, and honestly, behind from Jody is gonna go down a tier. She's D tier now. I don't know. She's just purple. Sam kind of fits. I like Sam. Sam can go top of B. I know you can't see this. That's fine. Bro is sleeping on winter clothes. I am. What else we have? Let's go. We gotta go check out Abigail super quickly. I like George's actually. I never realized his eyes kind of creepy. Yeah, I don't like Caroline's. I'm not honestly a huge fan of Abigail's. I do like George's. Where's Evelyn? Can you see Evelyn's? George is gone, sweetie. I'd give Evelyn like a solid B. And we got Maru. And then I'll run down to see where Leah is. I think I'm gonna move Lewis up to S tier because I don't have enough. I want to have like at least 3 S tiers. I can get her to turn around by talking to her, right? It's fine. I feel like that's just another B tier. No, we're doing it purely based off of looks here. Not if I like the NPC or not. Otherwise, like, obviously I wouldn't put Vincent S tier, and I'm probably gonna put Lewis S tier. Yeah. It's practical, so it suits her. In terms of, like, it's supposed to just keep her warm in winter, but... Oh, I actually like Jazz's there. For the second I saw that, I might move Jazz up to S tier. I don't think I'm gonna be able to enter. Oh, you can. It's winter. I don't know how I feel about Leo's. Alright, we're gonna move Lewis up to S. We're gonna move you up. I think we're gonna move you down. I don't really like Abigail's. I'm gonna put her in C. Thought George's was fine. Evelyn's like B. Maru is somewhere in B. And then I think I like Leo's more, but not that much more. I think this is good. I could probably move like the sweaters down more. I don't like just the raw sweaters. I think it's pretty good. I just think Leo has the best one just because I really find it funny that he's a chicken. So, yeah, I think this would be a good tier list. This is a good casual tier list. I enjoy the winter outfits. Like, the only one that I think is, like, truly bad is Leo's. I think the rest are fine. But I am a person who believes when you make a tier list, it needs to be a bell curve. So I don't want to just put, like, everybody in, like, A and B. I want to, like, bell curve it a little bit. So it's like we have a few S tiers, a decent amount of A's, a lot of B's, some C's, and then like below average. But it's like the only winter outfit I actually dislike is Leo's. Like I think the rest are fine, or just like they're good winter outfits. They generally fit the NPC. I think some of them are like lacking, like Abigail's. Like Kent's. I mean, like Kent's fits him, but it's like, I don't know. It's just not all there. All right, on to the next one. How many foods? Stardew Valley Festivals. A nice little quick 8 one. How will the festivals roll? What the fuck tier? I selected this from chat and I don't really know what it means. So I guess whatever event can make you go what the fuck the most, which is obviously the luau if you put the shorts in there. And honestly, but that's like a specific thing. So let's do that there. I think, hear me out, the Christmas one is the most shock value, or the most likely to cause somebody to say what the fuck, because you'll probably give an NPC their most loved gift. It's somewhat valuable. You put some thought into it. You give them that, and then you get Vincent as your Secret Santa, and he gives you 5 clay. I think that is the most what the fuck moment out of all the festivals. It's the most likely to just be like, what the fuck? Hey, it's 12 clay. Okay. Vincent right now. Vincent goes from S tier on the last tier, or on the last ranking, to what the fuck? Why are you giving me 12 clay? I think honorable mention is this, because it's like, where the hell did a lake come from in the forest? But it's like the rest of these. Okay, I think it's a little lopsided. It's gonna be a little lopsided. This one is like, where the hell's my dress or my suit? You know, it's like, hello, where is it? And then it's just like, okay, this is cool. Oh, they got, oh, what the heck? They have skeletons in cages. That's kind of cool. And then, see, you can also argue that these last ones are like, what the fuck? And not like, oh man, that's like Vincent. It's the opposite, where it's like, oh wow, that's cool. But I guess that's more like, oh wow, that's cool. You know, it's like, wow, the night market is cool looking. Wow, these jellyfish are cool. I think we need to go with this, though. I'm looking at more of like, why, what the fuck, what's going on here type moment. You know? This is just S tier. And then the rest of these are kind of just like, okay. Chill. Chill, chill, chill. Piece of Winter Star, though, is by far biggest. What the fuck? It kind of works, yeah. It's just here. All right. Next one. Next one. We have monsters in the mines. Apparently, I was already doing this at one point. Monsters in the mines. This should be a good one. Bane of my existence. I'm gonna cry. Leave me alone, please. Mildly annoying chill dudes. What we got from this? Okay, Hazel, my dog, would love as a toy. Alright, so Hazel does not really mess with stuffed animals. She likes her ropey, which is like a monkey knot ball type thing. And she likes stealing socks and shoes when we leave, but she doesn't chew them. She just wants them to be next to you. So to put that all together, I don't know how much she would actually like any of these. I'm gonna be honest. She doesn't really mess with birds either, so I can't really say, oh, maybe she'll like bats because she likes birds. She kind of just walks by birds. you know, what is this? With love as a toy. Okay, well, depends on the consistency of Squid Kids, but she does like tennis balls. I can't, like, she's not in love with tennis balls, but I can get her to mess with a tennis ball. And she'll at least, like, you know, tennis ball it. You know? Oh, you know what? She likes her little dog bone treats. I think Skeleton would have to be S. She would eat bones. She would gnaw on bones at the very least. Skeleton just has to be S. I think Dust Sprites are A. They're kind of this. I mean, okay. Let's assume that every single enemy here is 100% dog safe, and more of a chew toy rather than a actual thing. All right, like an actual like thing, because it's like obviously a Dust Sprite would mostly be of coal and it would be really bad to chew on, right? But like, let's say it was more of a rubber or dark rubber ball with like hair strands on it, and that would be like a Dust Sprite, of like a fuzz ball, you know. It has the rope context on it, and it's like a tennis ball, you know. That's what my thought would be behind this. And if that's the case, it's probably S tier. You know, it's a fuzzy ball, where it's like Bats would be more like stuffed animals, and she doesn't really mess with stuffed animals. Her first toy was like this lamb thing that Brittany got her, and she doesn't really mess with it very much. And then she got a tennis ball for her, and she was fine with tennis balls, but she loves this rope toy that she has, and we call it ropey. So it's like what would they be? Diglett's A tier. Would she play whack-a-mole with Diglett? We don't have a laser pointer yet. That's the one thing that we didn't get. We didn't get her a laser pointer yet. Riley loves the laser pointer, but we haven't messed with Hazel and a laser pointer. Big Worm. She might do Tug of War with a grub. I could agree with that. She might do Tug of War with a grub. I don't know about the other two, though. What guy would be a hard ball? Yeah, I would put that in A as well. I think I would put the crabs in A too. I guess if that's the case... But I mean, if we go to that, then it's like this looks more like a stuffed animal then. But I'm just gonna say this is bones, and then like this is also bones. Like it's a stone golem, but it's like, let's say it's like a bone and an edible bone. She'll like these. I don't know how much she would like the slimes as like plushes though. It's like I just imagine the rest of these like being plushes though, and she's just like she's so whatever about them. Actually, wait. No, but we're rating as a toy. I would like these are big enough where I would consider them pillows, and she likes pillows. She doesn't play with them, but she loves sleeping on them. But they're not like a toy, you know. Like she sleeps on my pillows. She's not a squeaky toy dog. She doesn't like the squeaky lamb. The lamb stuffed animal we have does squeak. I'll move the slimes up because again I like the tier list to have some bell curve to it. But I mean we'll have a double bell curve. But it's like I just can't see these. Would you like whack-a-mole? Maybe I should put these down here, and then we just do this, and then we have our little curve. I'm gonna tier B2. No way she bites through metal. She when we were still training her, there are bite marks on our garbage can because she would open the garbage can and drag it all the way to the couch. That's like hard plastic, but um again, we're assuming that all these objects or all these enemies are 100% safe for dogs to eat and play with. I would assume the metalhead's more of a hard plastic and not like a living thing, so I think she would be fine with that. Bro, that's crazy. It's not that big of a garbage can, to be fair, but yeah, when we would leave her the first few times, and we would constantly have to put away the garbage can because she would get into it. But yeah, the first time she dragged that bitch all the way to the couch and devoured whatever she could in it. Yeah. It's the same reason why Dust Sprites is S tier, because it's like a hard, hairy ball is my imagine of it. Like it's a silicone, like, hard ball that she can, like, chew on, similar to a tennis ball, but it has the fuzzy hair that she likes that are like rope strands, you know, instead of just like a massive ball of coal that can't be touched by a dog. I think this would be a fine tier list for Hazel. It's kind of hard because, again, she doesn't like plushes. And it's like, I just imagine most of these being plushes. We need her input. Okay, if it was her input, the slimes would be jellies and she would eat them immediately because she wants to eat human food. But I would absolutely hate for her to do that because she doesn't have a stomach of steel and her poops would be terrible if she probably had jellies. So I don't want her to give her input. Hazel's input. I will get her on stream just because she's free content. Want you on stream, not content. Come here. No, don't jump up on my bed. I don't want you to pee. I want you, like, can you, like, come to my lap? Can you come to my lap? You stand on my legs. Because then you're not gonna pee if you do. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Hi. Do you like the tier list that was made for you? Would you like these as toys, huh? Would you like those as toys? I know. Just one though. You're probably also upset that you're not allowed on the balcony right now. Oh, okay, don't fall. I don't like when you do this because you do still pee when you get excited. And you're wagging too much, you're laying on my bed, and I don't want you to pee on my bed. Yes, on my lap. Yes, yes, oh. Her tail's wagging, so I think the tier list is good, chat. I know. Thank you for coming on stream. Remember when we first got you, and every time I tried to get you to come on stream, you would just immediately pee on my floor? And now I can get you on my stream without peeing on the floor. Oh, you're such a good... Oh. Let's go get you a treat. Brittany thought I was giving her one of her special teeth cleaning treats because she already got one, but I was giving her a regular one. 1 sub equals 1 treat for the baby girl. No. Alright, good tier list. Love to have Hazel as free content. Alright, let's do like 2 more. 2 more good ones. Ooh, painting tier list. Ooh, this one's good. I think this one's good. How does this even work? No. We're spinning again. No, that one's just not fun. Again, like what are we doing here? Like quality of life? No. We don't give Hazel human food at all. What is this? Would fit in Hello Kitty adventure games. You know what? Perfect. What would fit in Hello Kitty adventure games? That's something a kid would draw in Hello Kitty. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That's something a kid would draw in Hello Kitty. Okay, well, art style aside, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's just won't be any snakes in Hello Kitty. I think the mermaid would be like okay. I can see there being a mermaid Hello Kitty. Ship would be fine. I think this one would be in Hello Kitty. Like, out of all these, the ones that would be in Hello Kitty are probably these three. Like, this one is just, like, simple. It's abstract. It can just kind of go anywhere. You got a mermaid, and then this is something a kid would draw. Right? Like, surely those are just the top three. And then it's like the ones after that are probably the other, like, just simple ones. You know? Like, not much thought process into it. Even this one can go S tier, but I'm just going to keep it here to keep it here. This one, clouds. I mean, I feel like there's just so many. Because these can easily just be, like, background pictures, you know? Even, like, a little tree. Trees. I mean, like, so many fit, though. Surely I think these are, like, less here. But I guess I'm thinking of Hello Kitty as, like, a true, like, kids game, you know? But it's, like, not anymore, right? You know, it's like the same Animal Crossing experience. Clouds and rainbows are way more Hello Kitty coded. What's the rainbow one? I don't know. I just feel like these are more than these, right? Like, I can see, like, these. I mean, maybe a little too detailed. I feel like these ones would be, like... I guess I could see that one a little. It's like these detailed ones. I don't think this one would be here. This one's like I'm mixed on. I don't like this one very much. This one's fine. This one's fine. This one's too detailed. Too detailed. This one's abstract. I don't really know what's going on here. I'll honestly put that there. This is something a kid would draw, so I'm actually going to put this in S tier. Too detailed. This one can go up here. And then these ones are kind of just like simple, but it's still a mess. Yeah, I could probably move the triangle one down. Yeah, the dark ones just don't make sense in Hello Kitty. I feel like this can probably go up. And it's like these two are only up here because these are likely to just be like put up because some kid drew them, right? I think this one's on it. Like, I thought this one at first because of Mermaid, but I feel like that, like, I guess this one would make sense if it was like, imagine if this mermaid was a character in Hello Kitty. Surely there is a portrait of every NPC in Hello Kitty, like somewhere in the game. So it's like, this would just be a face portrait of one of the mermaid NPCs. I feel like the third detail is very... I just do not, I don't know the NPCs. Like, this is literally just pure, like, I did one speed run of it, if you even want to call it a speed run, and that is all I know about Hello Kitty other than Hello Kitty. Like, I'm putting what a children could draw and put up in their game as the top tier. And then the rest of it is like really simple designs that can just go on the background of whatever personality NPC that there are. You got more of the greenery backgrounds that can just fit in any Hello Kitty game. And then you got more of the like detailed stuff that is like, I don't know, maybe a little too much. And then the super detailed stuff that is way too much. And then like the dark, depressing stuff, I feel like, that just like does not fit Hello Kitty adventure vibes. Assuming my alignment of Hello Kitty being a positive, friendly game for children is accurate. Which I think is a fair take. I guess we'll see. Alright, let's do one last one. What can we do for the last one? Rings, I feel like. Consumables, incomplete. Winter outfits. I don't really want to do expanded. Fish. Fish would be a good one. I'm gonna use this one as the fish one. Let's do fish. I think fish is a good one to end off on. We're gonna ignore this and we're just gonna do a fish tier list. Fish. Hope we don't get like mid-max focused. Clip farm. Clip farm. I mean, obviously, for clip farming, Legend is S tier. Like, the amount of Legend clips out there are a lot. And then it's kind of just followed by, like, any of the other legendary fish. Yeah, I feel like Laviel's up there. Not all the legendary fish. Octopus. Where's Octopus? Octopus is hard. Scorpion Carp is hard. I don't think the rest of the people really complain too much. I think pufferfish is like there. I think Stingray is harder than people give it credit for. It's just easier because by the time that you can actually get on the line, you're generally a higher fish level, so it's not that bad. Ice Pip needs to be up here. Are we doing this on Clip Farm? Like, what would be the most clippable catch? I'm looking at, like, difficulty, I feel like. But at the same time, what happens if we think of it in the opposite direction and be like, what would your reaction be to the first time you caught a blobfish? I feel like that could make for a good clip. The pure reaction of somebody catching a blobfish for the first time and seeing this. Look at this. You know? I feel like these are justified still in S tier though, because it's like, oh man, that was a hard fish, you know? Like, these are clip farms because they're hard fish, and like the first time catch is like it's a clip farm for catching them for the first time. Catch Gobi. Is Gobi like that much of a clip farm though? I feel like I didn't really have a reaction when I caught it the first time. You know, it doesn't have like an out there sprite and it's not that hard. But I feel like the rest of these are kind of just gonna be like, how do I rank the rest of these? Yeah, I should put catfish up there, you know, but it's like, how do I rank the rest of these? Because it's like Lit Farm, carp, you know, bream, bullhead, anchovy, sardine, herring, like lionfish, walleye, shad, sunfish. I don't like how these are rated, by the way. Can I just be like S A B C? Red snapper, perch, smallmouth, all these fish back here. Like, these are like not like wow fish, you know? Like, even that's simple. Like, some of these are a little bit harder. Like, that's hard. This is a little hard. Salmon's like whatever. Ghost fish is a little hard, a little hard, a little hard. I guess this is a little gross. Put that there. Stonefish is like whatever. I feel like we could put Dorado and sturgeon up there. Tunas, whatever. Eels, whatever, you know. But it's like the rest of these are just like bruh. Like, am I supposed to put this somewhere else? I feel like it'd be unjustifiable if I didn't put the legends at least up a little bit. But it's like the rest of these are just so pitiful, right? For a clip farm? It's like you can really just throw them anywhere. And yeah, angler's like too easy, but it's like a clip farm in the way of like, oh man, that was stupidly easy. How is this a legendary fish? It's the same thought process behind like blobfish. It's just such a it would have been so better to get like meme ability, you know? Yeah, this is a tough one because it's just like you have your top tiers and then everything else is just stupid. You have your top tier clip farms and then everything else is stupid. That's just gonna have to be it. There's like I could change like individual fish around and it's just like whatever at this point. It's just like these are the hardest fish. These are the best clip farms. Like, have fun catching them. To be honest, if a legend was S tier alone, yeah, because the most amount of clips you see of people catching fish is always the legend, right? Because it's like considered the hardest fish. There's not much you could do. And that felt lame to end on. Let's do one more then. Let's just do one quick. Farm types. Okay, there's literally no farms in that one. Can we get like an actual one of like... And like Stardew Valley Farm. Farm layout ranking. It does not have Meadowland. I need Meadowland. Oh, this one has Meadowland. Alright, how are we doing this? Oh, I'm shuffling it and not spinning it. I'm stupid. Ooh, this is gonna be spicy. Which ones do I think look the best? Let's just get it out of the way. It's the best speedrun farm. It's the best looking farm. It's just the best farm in the game. It is Forest Farm. There's no other comparison to me. The Forest Farm is just the best looking farm in my opinion. I will put nothing else in S tier. And for the looks, I personally really like the aesthetic of the mining farm. I just like the hills. I like the elevation. I feel like there's a lot of design that you can go with it. It gives you separated areas. Sure, there's not that much farming space and not a lot of building space, but I don't really like the look of the buildings too much in this game, where you don't need that many buildings for it to be to look good. You want more of the small decorations on this farm. So I think second is Hilltop. Third is probably not so surprising to a lot of people. A lot of people like this farm. It's a solid farm. It has a little bit of everything. It has the elevation like the mining farm, but I'm gonna have to give it to the Four Corners. It's just a nice farm. It has a little bit of everything. It has room for you to do what you want. It's just a good farm. It does what it needs to do. It does what it needs to do, and it does it well. It was a really good addition for the multiplayer update. Now, we're gonna move over to B tier. And this may come as a surprise to people, but it is a completely worthless farm in terms of its bonuses, but I really do like the water on this map and how it looks and flows. I think the Wilderness Farms layout is pretty underrated, and I do enjoy it. I think it's a terrible farm in its bonuses, but I do actually really like how it looks. I don't think it gets dark early. It's the same lighting as any other farm. It's like we're literally just looking at layout here. I'm not even talking about like usability. Like the mining farm's not very useful. The quarry is not a useful thing, but I like the looks of it. It has character. It goes for what it wants to go for. For the next one, hopefully to no one's surprise, my next favorite farm is the beach. I think the beach is just a great aesthetic. The supply, I guess I can't really talk on the supply crates. I think the supply crates do add a little bit of ambiance with like, it's like a beach farm. While the difficulty is harder with the sprinklers not being there, the sand is really nice for animals, and it provides just like a different experience to the other farms. Where I think it's just fun. Also, the ducks can go into the water, so I think that's good enough for me. I don't know. I like the beach farm. It's fun for challenge runs. Again, that's not really what I should base it off of, but it good. I do like the looks of it. I guess to round things off in B, we're probably not going to have a C tier. Meadowlands farm, it's just overshadowed by the forest farm, in my opinion. I hate the layout of the farm itself. The layout of the farm sucks. That's the main thing holding it back. It's literally the forest farm aesthetics, but it has a 10 times worse layout. So, like, I just hate this farm in like almost every capacity. I think this farm is just awful. And like this is literally looks focused. You should be happy that I even put this in C tier, and it's only because we got looks focused. If this was any speedrun focused, Habu rant topic, it would be S tier. Like it is such a bait farm. It is not a good farm. Oh, B, sorry. Yeah. And then I think the order just has to be this for the final two. I just don't think Standard has anything going for it, you know? Like, Riverland Farm at least has the rivers and ducks can jump in the water and has some, like, personality to it. The Standard Farm is just... It's the Standard Farm. What are you gonna do about it? It's the default. Like, you could argue that because it's, like, the default and the gold standard, it should be, like, here. And then, like, we do something like this. Because it should be the default. And it's like, what farms are better than it and what farms are worse. But I feel like it just doesn't have personality. So it's just like, man, it's just a wide open crop space. It's a blank canvas is the thing. It allows you to do the most of your ability to make it look good, but it doesn't do any of it itself. And that's the issue. It doesn't do any of it itself, where the rest of these do something itself. And that's why I think it's probably the worst for me. It probably has a lot of potential compared to some of the other farms because it allows you to have a blank canvas. So it's like, you can't really do an industrial looking farm on the forest farm, but you can on this farm because there's no like palette to be there for you already. You can make the palette yourself. So it has a different cap in that way. But if you're just going for the looks of the farm itself, and just how it flows and works, it's the worst because it has nothing going for it. But I think this is good. I think it's solid. I think Forest Farm is just the best for looks. And then Wilderness is probably a shot in the dark. I understand if you don't agree with me on the Wilderness Farm, but I do just like the layout. I'm a very big fan of the layout. It has like this half forest, half like water theme, where it doesn't commit to both, but it has aspects of both. I mean, I can't even like joke, like it's hard for me on any of the, like if I were to spin this again and were to roll any of these, like the only one where I could probably put it F tier just for just because I want to put it in F tier would be mid-max focused, right? For speedruns, like this is not speedrun focused, this was for looks focused. This is my looks tier list. For speedrun, I still wouldn't even be able to put it in D tier, even though I hate this farm. But I really only hate the farm because it's so popular with the casuals. It's like for speedruns, it has its niche uses, right? Like for speedruns, it's literally just like it's literally just this, right? Like it's literally just this for speedruns. Forest Farm is by far the best speedrun. Beach Farm is used the second most if you don't need any sprinklers. And then you have Meadowlands Farm if you need Coop for whatever reason. So it's like I can't put it lower than third. You know? I literally can't put the Meadowlands lower than third. And then it's like, if I rolled meme ability, well, guess what? I meme and joke about this farm too much, so it'd be S tier. Most annoying. It is by far, well, it's not by far the most annoying farm. Beach Farm is by far the most annoying farm, but it is the second most annoying farm. It's an S tier Habu rant topic, as you can see right now. You know. I think that was a good one to end on. We like farm layouts. You got a little rant out of me at the end. Hilltop over a river. Yeah, probably. You don't really need the smoker for speedruns, but again. Really have a rant topic tier list, I know, right? We do love rants. But yeah, that said, I don't know if that will get turned into the video. That was kind of just a fun thing to do at the end of stream here. I just don't know how well it'll flow into a video. So, it is what it is. I just wanted to do that at the end of one of the streams when I failed to run. So, river is used in Posh. Yeah, it's so niche. That's it. Extended stream by an hour. So, that's it. I will be on tomorrow. We'll be doing more perfection. Hopefully we don't get a run that dies right away. But yeah. Excuse me. I do appreciate you guys sticking around, joining, watching the random content that I did at the end here. But yeah, we'll be doing more perfection tomorrow. So, hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, rest of your day. Stay safe out there and take care. Later. Peace.